Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel or welcome to channel if you're new here. So you must have heard that to change the reality, we need to change the perception. The way we look at the things is the perception that we have. You need to understand that everything that we look at in life, we look it at with a bias, with a predetermined judgments or set of qualities or set of thoughts about that thing. Just pick up the word study, okay? A lot of students will struggle to study. That is the reason it makes a very negative charged thoughts when it comes to study. So even in a normal day when the student are not studying, you introduce the term study, the mind goes back to the phase of studying, the phase of struggling, the phase of not understanding, the phase of failure by the parents and whatnot. So when I say change in the perception, you need to understand that we need to rewire the mind. We need to change the predetermined attached bias or the thoughts that we have towards everything in life. Now, how does that work? As than done, I understand. But I can give you an example which might help you to apply the same thing to different phase or different areas of your life. For example, if I say getting up early is difficult, I keep on saying this, it gets registered in our minds. And our mind does not look into the veracity of the statements I'm making. It will not care about the truthfulness or of the statements that I'm making. It just takes whatever I'm saying. So if I kept on saying that it's difficult to get up in the morning, I feel sleepy in the morning, I can't study up early in the morning, it's difficult for me or my body to overcome that perception. This is the perception that you hold to get up early in the morning. So now if you can change the statement, right, maybe attach some positive things to getting up early in the morning. Let's just say I can try getting up early in the morning. I can get my works done early in the morning. Early in the morning, it's distraction free. I am more energetic. I'm more focused. I can get things done well. Now, what you are trying to do is reinforcing, or I say rewiring your thoughts and perception about getting up early in the morning. Now, I'm not saying just by doing this for one day, you will be able to get up early in the morning and be all fresh. That might not happen, right, in all the cases, but it will definitely open up the scope for you to get up early in the morning. Why don't you try this experiment? Maybe not get up early 5 or 4 a.m. in the morning. Maybe try getting up at 7 a.m. in the morning if you were already getting up at 8. Why don't you just go back 1 hour back than the actual time you get up right now? This is just one example about how do we rewire or change the perception. So you need to understand that what you think you are today is not really who you are. Okay, you think you think you are smart. Maybe you're not. Maybe that's what the society has told you, that you are smart. So always remember that it is not who you think you are. It is what you are told that you are is what you are. So if a kid right from the childhood has been told that he's a dumb person, he does not understand anything, that person will definitely grow up to become more dumb person. So what I'm trying to say is change the narration, change the narrative that you have towards others or you have towards yourself, right? We cannot regulate the narrative of the society, but we can definitely regulate the narrative or the self-talk that we can do. Rather than getting into the pool of self-sabotaging thoughts, why don't you just try and put in some good positive self-talks? I know in the initial time, if you go on talking something positive about yourself, it might sound very unrealistic and you might not come to agree with what you are saying. That's totally fine, right? If you practice for 1 month or 2 months, okay, with time, definitely you start getting to agree to those terms or agree to those statements that you make to yourself. So it is a gradual process, but you can definitely start today. It's a gradual process, but you can go on inputting some good positive thoughts into your life rather than self-sabotaging and Because again, as I told you, the mind does not look into the veracity, does not look into the truthfulness that you tell it to. So if you kept on saying that you are a failure, your mind, subconscious mind, will take it to be true. So now why do you want to get into that self-sabotaging river? Instead, go on saying that I know I am finding it difficult, but I can definitely give it a try. I can practice more, I can work more, I can be more dedicated, and I can get good at it after a certain point of time. So I think that is what you need to change at this point of time. And if you go on saying this to yourself that I am smart, I am beautiful, you might not agree. You might find that it's very unrealistic, it's very fake. I have never scored good marks so far, so how can I be smart, right? So why don't you look at the metrics that you are looking as to why you think that scoring well is the only metrics to be called as a smart person, right? That is the societal narrative that you have been fed for years now. A student might not score well but still be smart, right? Might still be having a good IQ, good EQ, might not be reflected in the mark sheet or in the test scores, but does not disqualify that person from becoming a smart person, smart kid. So what we have been fed so far, what is good, what is bad, it's all about the society's perception about things and not our own. Okay, so today when I say success, most of the audience will imagine more money in their life. I'm not saying it's a problem, but what I'm trying to say is money might not be actual success to you as a person. For you, maybe spending some good quality time with the people that you love might be the real richness, might be the real success. And for some, it's like making their parents proud. Maybe that's the success definition for them. The reason I'm telling you this is the society has put in a specific narrative in everybody's mind, and we go on to comply with it. We go on to agree with those things without questioning them. And when we do that, and that thing does not align with what is our definition of success, is when the clashes happen, and is when we actually, find it difficult to or struggle to live by those terms and conditions, right? So why don't you just look around and see what are you. See, if you're fed with some good thoughts, well and good. If you're fed with something bad, why don't you question it once, right? And why don't you try to change the narrative that you have towards yourself? So maybe that can change the whole scenario. And